happened way back when the Emanuel Cohen Center, which of course was the center of all Jewish activity in North Minneapolis, folded up.
We call ourselves the St. Louis Park Jewish Youth Service.
We agreed that what we should do is attempt a program where the kids in the various neighborhoods would go to these various mothers in the neighborhood.
We try to work little programs. We don't really have any money. We just volunteer.
And it went very well, but then we realized that we needed something more.
Each one, about 7 or 8 of us, volunteered, pay our own way to take a plane and go to some other Midwest community centers that were up and running and see what they were doing.
Everyone got excited about the fact that this was going to come into fruition.
We had an idea of the kind of a building we would want. Now, we didn't have any money, we didn't have any land. And in our group was a fellow new to the community, Al Teichman.
He was just shocked that a city like Minneapolis didn't have a real JCC. The Emanuel Cohen Center was a place where they had, clubs met and people speak fondly of it, but it wasn't a full, complete, full-service JCC.
And so Al said, I'll go out and look at, trying to find some land. So he found this piece here.
Every Sunday morning, my dad would take people out to see the building site, and he was so excited about it. He kept 2 hard hats in his car at all times, so that whenever somebody had the opportunity, he had them in his car, he would take them to see the JCC building site.
Each of us kind of hit upon a relative that had a few dollars, and we hired a contractor and put up a building.
The JCC is a gathering place within the community that exists to bring everyone together regardless of how they express themselves Jewishly. We have an extremely healthy environment in which to grow. We've got a very strong Department of Health and Wellness. We've got an emerging Department of Arts and Humanities. And we have an audience that's really looking to us now to be the Jewish Community Center.
The fact that this campus exists and the JCC is such an integral part of this campus, and the day school that helps, and all these things that are here really strengthen the sense of community.
And there's people coming and going at all times for all kinds of different reasons, whether it's programs in Israel, to go on high school in Israel, or whatever the case may be. There's so many things going on that there's an energy that comes from having a whole campus concept. 1 + 1 = 3. There's no question about it. It's created a dynamism for everybody.
You can walk in the door with no expectations of what it means to be Jewish and how one expresses Judaism, and find something in the JCC for exploring and deepening a sense of Jewish identity.
The Jewish Community Center is an ideal place to focus on what the Jewish values are.
The JCC here is important to keep this community strong.
Judaism is a communal people, a communal religion, a communal everything. And so you can't, it's a miracle that we survived 2,000 years of exile intact. We don't want to do that again.
I think there's not only still a need, but even more of a need, because I think people are dispersed all over Minneapolis and also the Twin Cities. And I think that our Jewish Community Center is important to bring people of different ideas, different backgrounds together.
Well, it seems to me this is the only organization in our community that has the opportunity of bringing the Jews together and explaining to the world who we are and what we stand for.
When the community had the rally in support of Israel during the Gaza campaign, the JCC was the place where everybody could come, and this was the communal address for something like a rally in support of Israel. And I think that was a perfect example of what the JCC is to everybody in the community.
This really is an exciting time to be thinking about what does the Jewish community need for its next phase of evolution. Obviously, we've changed quite a bit in terms of what the characteristics of the community are and what the needs are from 50 years ago when the JCC was first incorporated. But the need has never been greater for a strong community center, and we really are poised to take advantage of that. I've really seen the impact and the vital presence that a JCC has for a community that is in need. We provide not just services, but community.
I think even in times of difficult economic periods, that we have to keep a focus on where we want to be when the smoke clears.
I would tell people to support the center financially to the extent that they can and to make sense to them and so forth, because I think the number one thing is the cohesion that it brings to the community.
We believe that our generous foundation of support can grow. We believe that the kind of experiences and services and access that we provide today and that we want to continue to provide and expand are worth investing in. But it does take investment. It does take a visionary community who can say, we're not just going to assume that the JCC is going to be there for us. We're going to really support it and really invest in a whole environment where anyone is welcome, anyone can have a Jewish experience, anyone can further their Jewish journey and find themselves at the center of the community.
The center has affected so many people in so many different ways.
It holds a unique place within our community that we should cherish.
This entire community has been brought together by what we have created here at the Jewish Community Center. And that was what we really envisioned. And it seems to me that's what happened.